it merited a raise. And Councilman, did you want to discuss that under new business?
Well, I was going to discuss that under, after the budget was passed.
Okay.
But if you want to do it now, I'd just like to amend the budget to give it, the animal control officer, $10,000 raise from 24,600 to 34,600.
I would absolutely concur and second that as well. She works 7 days a week. She's called out in all hours of the night. And as of right now, we are paying her $24,000. When we did the wage comparison and looked around, there were either those who were outsourcing or those who were paying much more. So.
The reason we point about the budget, I'm here to talk about adopting the budget tonight, but if we're not, we have to have the public hearing.
That's correct.
Okay, so that's not happening tonight, it's happening on the 19th?
Correct.
Okay, so 17? 17? 17, yeah, sorry. The resolution to amend the budget, I spoke with the auditor, and that should also occur on that night as well.
So we will go ahead and move them to do that on the 17th?
Correct.
Okay.
It's removed from the consent agenda.
Absolutely. Councilman, thank you. So Michelle, there's good news for you. Congratulations again, and thank you for all of your hard work. I absolutely will, yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, under the consent agenda, is there any item that anyone would like removed from the consent agenda?
I would like 2018-73.
A resolution of the Town of Phillipsburg, County of Orange, State of New Jersey, authorizing the award of a contract to Dual Computing Solutions.
Yes.
Okay. Anyone else?
2018-71 as well, because I believe we do need to postpone it.
Excellent, Councilman, thank you. You're stealing everything I was going to do tonight. Copy off. Okay. Any other? Okay, so with the exception of 2018-71, a resolution to amend the budget, and resolution 2018-73, a resolution of the Town of Phillipsburg, County of Orange, State of New Jersey, authorizing the award of a contract to Dual Computing Solutions, we have a consent agenda. All those in favor, do I have to read all of them?
No, let's do a motion.
Thank God. A motion to adopt the consent agenda as amended.
So moved.
Second.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All right, we'll do a roll call.
Councilman Lutz?
Yes?
Councilman McVeigh?
Yes.
Councilman Davis?
Yes.
Council Vice President Chicharromo?
Yes.
Council President Schaefer?
Yes. So with that being said, 2018-71, a resolution to amend the budget, we have already discussed the fact that it should be tabled until the next meeting. I will go ahead and move to table 2018-71.
Second.
Discussion. Roll call vote, please.
Councilman Lutz?
Yes.
Councilman McVeigh?
Yes.
Councilman Davis?
Yes.
Council Vice President Chicharromo?
Yes.
Council President Schaefer?
Yes. Okay, and resolution number 2018-73, a resolution of the Town of Phillipsburg, County of Orange, State of New Jersey, authorizing the award of a contract to Dual Computing Solutions. Council Vice President, you have the floor.
Did we get 3?
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Procedure to motion in a second.
So moved.
Second. Discussion, Council Vice President.
Yes. Did we get 3 bids on this? I know it's professional services, but I'm happy to see it's somebody local, but I'd just like to make sure we did get bids on this.
I believe it did. I did see two.
There was at least one other that you saw?
There was. It was for a different suite.
Okay.
However, I can tell you this, having working in this business, I was surprised at how low Dual Computing Solutions came in. As a matter of fact, I almost feel that they're losing money on this contract, but I'm very thankful for the contract as I'd seen it. Had you gone through my company, what you couldn't, by the way, I'm just saying, you would have seen a much larger price tag associated with it. And for everything that Mr. Jewell is doing, coupled with the fact that he is a local business, and I do believe in supporting Phillipsburg businesses, I would be very much in favor of this.
Absolutely. I know he's even matched competitive bids. I just wanted to make sure we did have that competitive bid process take place for the public's benefit. That's all.
Excellent. Thank you, Council Vice President. Is there any other discussion?
Yeah, did we just do request bids from individual companies, or did we do a request for proposal?
We actually just called a few companies to come in, and it started out small, and then it just kind of got larger because they had to migrate and other things.
Correct. So I'm sure, Councilman, you're familiar with what's entailed with the managed services.
Yeah.
Yes. So of course, with Jeff Jewell, he is local, and his response time would be phenomenal. And I do understand if you do want to go out and take a look at other businesses, I am not opposed to that. I would certainly appease you by doing that. However, I don't believe that we will find this as low as we have it.
Yeah, I don't disagree with you, Council President. I think just from a transparency standpoint, especially with your expertise in these type of specifications, it would behoove us to have a formal RFP to allow multiple bids to come in and be present before the council before we voted on such a contract.
How much time do we have?
I'm not sure, but
This would be for the budget.
we're having, well, not necessarily, but
No.
we're having problems with our current
Okay.
server, and we may lose.
That is correct. So we do, so we are under some type of time constraint. Would it be okay, and I agree with the transparency, Councilman. So what's happening here is, I don't know if you've noticed, but we are running out of space in our mailboxes. You saw the email that I had sent out. So we're running out of space, and currently there is no retention policy, there's no litigation hold. So if I were to delete my email today, after 7 days, it's no longer recoverable. If we were to go with Dual Computing Solutions with a hosted exchange server, with Office 365 and the Data SaaS backup, we would have, I believe it's a year's worth of backups with email and litigation hold, which is a 7-year hold. I'm a little worried because I've already had to have it increased once. I don't delete anything because of that reason. Because if I get an over request tomorrow, because we are in government, I don't feel we should be deleting anything. But if I have an over request tomorrow, in a matter of 3 months' time, I've already had to have it increased. So I don't think that we can get an RFP turned around so quickly. I'm already encroaching 70% now as is. I'm certainly open to suggestion. I mean, if this is something you want to do, I won't fight you on it.
Yeah, I'm just trying to, and Counselor, you can guide me. There's a threshold of $17,500 or something, but I can't remember what it is under the local budget law.
That's for the department about the bid, unless there's an exception to that requirement. It's under the proprietary computer software and maintenance of support and maintenance of that software.
So this would not have to. It's one of the exclusions. Sorry, it's one of the exclusions, yes.
Thank you, Counselor.
You're welcome.
Do we have a dollar amount of the other contract and entity who submitted it, just so we can submit that to the record?
I believe so. Vicki, you don't happen to have that on you by chance?
I did. It was 18 and something. It was $8,000, but
with a lesser, and it wasn't managed services, so
Right.
it was $8,000 just for the G Suite. You're familiar with the Google Suite, yeah?
And it was
Right.
for 34 email addresses. We have 52 email addresses. So as we started looking at the problems that we were having with the emails, we
Yes.
found that we had more because some of the things go to the website, other emails that we didn't include in the form, we didn't realize was that. And he's also from Pennsylvania.
But his business is here in Phillipsburg.
South Main.
No, not Jewel, the other
competitive.
one.
Oh, right, the competitor, okay, is from Pennsylvania.
But he didn't have as much lifetime and only had 30 gigs of storage, where we have 100 gigs of storage per email.
Right. And I mean, I am all for this contract after seeing it. Did you see the contract, Councilman?
Yeah, I just didn't have any apples to apples to compare to, just to make sure we had done the bidding process on a fair playing field.
I'm certainly not opposed to it. I'd like to table it for a week. I'm okay with that. I mean,
Sounds like an emergency though.
it,
I assume this was for additional services, not to replace existing
this is
emergency.
to come in and manage the municipal buildings, servers, workstations, and Jeff will make sure that we are properly patched, that our firewall is
Yeah,
actively working.
I read it, I just didn't realize.
Right. So it's very encompassing, and it's something that I believe that the municipal government in Phillipsburg has been lacking for quite some time. Right. I almost feel like we're moving into the future, as funny as that sounds, because it's 2018. So, you okay with that, Councilman?
Sure.
Okay.
And it's 24/7.
That is 24/7, yes. Yes, sir.
I just want to thank you for your subject matter expertise in this. We're lucky to have you on this one. And what little comment you said, and 90% of it going over most of our heads, I do appreciate it.
Except for Mr. Morissette's, because I believe he works in the same business.
There you go.
So, okay, with that being said, I will motion to accept we motioned already, so we'll have to say it.
No, you have a second.
Just need a little more.
Good. Folks, this is why we have him. You realize that, right? Okay, so we will go ahead, roll call vote, Vicky.
Councilman Lutz,
Yes.
Councilman McVeigh,
Yes.
Councilman Davis,
Yes.
Council Vice President DeGirolamo,
Yes.
Council President Fulker.
Yes. Motion to approve 71.
We did?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's why you have me. See that? Okay, so we can move forward to old business, which was the 7279 mileage reimbursement we had already untabled and paid. And then we had the resolution 2018-58, resolution approving junk dealer license for the year 2018.
I'll make a motion to approve it.
We need untable
I'll
first.
table.
I'll second that. There you go. Roll call vote, Vicky, if there's no discussion.
Councilman Lutz,
Yes.
Councilman McVeigh,
Yes.
Councilman Davis,
Yes.
Council Vice President DeGirolamo,
Yes.
Council President Fulker.
Yes. Now
I'll
that
make a motion to accept it.
I will second it. No discussion? Roll call vote.
Councilman Lutz,
Yes.
Councilman McVeigh,
Yes.
Councilman Davis,
Yes.
Council Vice President DeGirolamo,
Yes.
Council President Fulker.
Yes. The next on our list was we had received a planning board letter, a letter from the planning board, President Kim Corcoran, regarding the LMR property at 660 South Main Street. Council Vice President DeGirolamo, did you want to enlighten us on a little bit further into what President Corcoran's issue was with regard to LMR?
Did anybody have questions with the
Just for the
letter?
crowd.
That, so they've been cited. They're looking for permission to operate. Basically, it's not currently permitted use because it's in a redevelopment zone. It's in the I want to say 6-3 zone for redevelopment, which does not allow the business that they're operating to exist. So they asked for an exception and it was denied by the planning board. So now they're coming back before the council to ask for an exception to be written into the redevelopment plan to allow that business use to happen. In short.
Okay. With that being said, I would like to make a motion then to deny them, not deny Elmore. I'm actually in favor of Elmore. I'd like to send it back to Stan for revision. Is that what I'm doing?
Well, I'm not sure what you're doing, just got
I'll get to that.
So just so everyone's clear, the LMR came into the council 45 days, 55 days ago and requested that the redevelopment plan be amended. Right? When you're in a redevelopment area, you can't give a variance to a use. There's no use variances, right? It's what the permitted uses are in the plan. There are certain waivers that can be granted for bulk area requirements, set aside setbacks, that sort of thing. But not for...
Get that color line?
No, but not for the use itself. So per the MLUL, municipal land use law, those requests as it relates to a redevelopment plan are referred to the planning board for a report to be conducted. That was what has happened 55 days ago. The council referred to the planning board this request. The planning board considered it, issued a report opining that the proposed amendment is not in the best interest of the master plan and is in conflict with the redevelopment plan. Now, per the MLUL, the council is free to accept, reject, or modify the planning board's recommendation. So, and the council is the one that sets the redevelopment plan via ordinance. So if the council is inclined to go ahead and allow the proposed use presented by LMR to exist and be carried on in the redevelopment area, it can do so. And if you want to do that, then I would recommend referring it to Stan in his office to prepare the appropriate ordinance for consideration by the council.
That's what I'd like to do.
Accept, reject, or
Modify. So
So we're modifying.
we are sending it back to the town engineer to
Right, so
legally.
So the simplest, you were asking for a motion. The motion would be to refer to the town engineer and his planner the LMR request for the drafting of the appropriate ordinance and revision to the redevelopment plan.
That's correct. I know it is. You said it.
So that's the motion.
I will make that motion, and I do so because they're a business, they're invested, and they run a clean business. I was down there, I visited the property, I had spoken with Councilman Lutz. I don't think there's a reason to deny them, quite frankly. There's no reason we should be denying businesses into the town of Phillipsburg. I don't know if anybody has taken a drive through Phillipsburg lately, but we're certainly not over inundated with businesses. So that's my discussion. I'm fully in support of making that motion.
I'm in favor of that motion too, because I spoke to the owner and he's going to invest $500,000. He's going to clean up Carl's Auto Glass. He's going to put a new building for Carl's Auto Glass. He's going to do a lot down there for the town of Phillipsburg. And where his dumpsters are, they're hidden. They're hidden from South Main Street. And I know he doesn't have any dumpsters down there with garbage overnight. I know that. He just has his canisters. If there's a dumpster down there, it's just roofing or something like that. It's nothing that's going to smell. I met the man. It was funny. I met the man. I was back there because the mayor told me what was going on, so I took a ride back. It's just about dusk. And I go to pull out, and all of a sudden this garbage truck is heading right for me. He dead stops that close to my car. And I explained who I was and stuff, and he got kind of upset, but he turned out to be a very nice person. very nice man. And if he's going to help the town of Phillipsburg in any way, I don't think we should be turning him down.
Well said, Councilman. Any other discussion?
Council President, I do, but I think it might be more appropriate to discuss in executive session because I think it might have some contractual or deliberative elements. I'm wondering if we could make a motion to adjourn to executive session for 5 to 10 minutes to lay that out.
I'm okay with that, Councilman. I will second Councilman Davis's motion to adjourn to executive session. For,
So it would be very brief.
sure. So we will go ahead and adjourn for the time being for 5 to 10 minutes, and I believe that we need a vote. Roll call vote, Vicky?
Councilman Lutz?
Yes.
Councilman McVeigh?
Yes.
Councilman Davis?
Yes.
Council Vice President DeGiorgio?
Yes.
Councilman Butler?
Yes. Okay, so we do.